Yeah, they've done some interesting stuff. I'd gladly go the rest of my life without listening to them ever. Now, this is interesting and exciting having you on this podcast because you are one of the guests who I know a lot better. Me and you on the open mic circuit together. We've known each other for years. We've worked together a lot. And I send you music recommendations anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to cheat.
By sending me something I'd like.
Well, kind of. By sending you something I know you'd like. Because I think now I'm quite good at knowing, Stuart will probably like rock music. You a big fan of the Killers?
Yeah. But turns out that early on, let people get to like me before dropping something like that in.
You love the Killers.
I love the Killers, but also we need to point out that the Killers are a lot weirder than people think they are.
Go on.
Brandon Flowers is a wacky guy. I'm saying his lyrics are wild at times, and I think he is way more interesting than Mr. Brightside lets on,
right,
which is obviously a great song, obviously.
Yeah, you love Mr. Brightside, though.
Everyone loves Mr. Brightside.
Yep.
But I've stuck with the Killers all the way, and they've just released an album where they've done some stuff with Phoebe Bridgers, and you've done some interesting, cool stuff, but it gets hidden by their, like, stadium rock vibe.
Yeah, they've worked with Alex Cameron a lot. He's someone that I really love.
Yeah.
And think is really interesting. Yeah, they've done some interesting stuff. I'd gladly go the rest of my life without listening to them ever. But you like them. And you like punk stuff, pop punk stuff, emo stuff. I'll often send you that kind of stuff. I sent you
Pop straight over to me.
Got Pop over to you.
Yeah.
I sent you the new Turnstile album, but I don't think you've listened to it.
Great.
Yeah, but you have listened to it.
Yeah, great. I popped it on straight away. James, as soon as you send me something, I stop everything I'm doing.
Yes.
And immediately start listening, because I know that if I haven't replied within half an hour with a thank you very much, that's great, you'll lose your mind.
Yeah. But have you listened to that yet, or what?
I'm busy. I'm trying to cut your specials together.
Yeah. Forget it. Forget the specials. The world doesn't need them. Listen to that album I sent you.
Yeah, Turnstile's great.
Turnstile, yeah. So you like them? I was pretty sure you'd like them.
Yeah.
So what I've sent you this week is I have no idea if you'll like this or not. Really. I think there are elements of this Stu would like. I don't know if he'll like the whole thing. I want it to keep it fair.
Yeah. I don't get an easy pass.
You never will.
No.
Just so
Despite all the privileges I've been given otherwise.
Yeah. I would never give you
my handsome face.
Your handsome face, number one.
Yeah. You can list some more if you want.
Is that the end of the list?
I think that's the end of the list.
Handsome face all the way down to your handsome feet. How's that?
Yeah, and everything handsome in between.
There you go. Who says I'm not a generous guy? Had you heard of Angela Sawyer before?
No, and the internet hasn't heard of Angela Sawyer either.
Really?
It's quite tough to find stuff out about Angela Sawyer, because after a while, so I'm going to run you through about a minute and 34 seconds into the first track, I physically recoiled. And the second track, I thought, right, James is pranking me. By the second half of the album, I was like, oh no, I'm quite enjoying this. That's the top line.
Yes.
But at the start, I was like, sake, what's he playing at?
That's probably a similar experience to me. We're stand-up comedians. There was a trend when we first started stand-up comedy of ukulele comedy.
Yep.
And as a result, I think our generation of comedian has something against the ukulele. And we don't trust it.
Yeah.
And so when I first heard the first song on this album, I was a little bit reticent. For me, by the second song, so I loved the second song so much that it got me invested in the rest of it.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.